Hi there, my name is Miss Galvan and I'm your student's biology teacher. And here I'm coming to you from our virtual back to school night. So a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Sacramento, grew up there before attending Cal Poly San Luis Obispo to study biological sciences. That's also where I earned my life science teaching credential. After I got my degree and my teaching credential, I moved to Medellin, Colombia, where I taught English as a foreign language to high school students. But then I came here to Oceanside, and this is my 4th year as a pirate, and I've been loving every year that I've had here. When I'm not teaching, I love to travel, love to read, try new recipes, and take my dog to the beach. So that's a little bit about myself. And a little bit about our class expectations that we have in biology. So your student should have already shared our syllabus with you. If they have not, it can be found in our Google Classroom. And that goes in more detail about all of our class expectations. But one main thing is that students should have an up-to-date biology notebook. So I'm going to grab mine. Their biology notebook is a spiral notebook, should have a plastic cover so that it can last all year. And this is where we will keep all of our work for biology. These notebooks will be checked regularly as a way to keep students organized, and they can also use the notebook on our unit assessments. So this becomes a great resource that students use throughout the year. It includes our warm-ups, our classwork, our labs, all of that. So students should have a biology notebook. Of course, I expect that the work inside their notebook is their own. So students are responsible for maintaining academic honesty, and I'm expecting that students are, of course, coming on time, ready to participate. I also expect that if students need help, they are seeking out that help. They are welcome to ask me questions during class. They can come see me in tutoring or send me an email if anything comes up. Our grading scale is a traditional A through F grading scale where assessments make up the majority of students' grade. So their grade reflects what they know in biology. So we have 90% of the grade is summative assessments. Those occur every 3 to 5 weeks. And 5% is for quizzes that are smaller and happen less frequently, maybe more frequently every 1 to 2 weeks. And 5% is their classwork and homework. So really that is coming from notebook checks. When I'm checking students' notebook, I'm looking for their warm-ups, our labs, their notes, classwork, activities, things like that. Students can turn in late work for half credit. The other news, all summative assessments can be retaken. So students, in order to be eligible for a retake, they have to make sure that their notebook is up to date and then that they've seen me to go over their original mistakes so that we can make sure that they improve the second time around. So 2 essential websites that I'm sure you'll hear over and over, Google Classroom and Aries. So Google Classroom is our class portal. That's where students and guardians can find class information, including our daily slides and the table of contents. So daily slides in Google Classroom are the slides that I project for the students every day. So you can see a step-by-step of what we did in class, including a warm-up, the activity for the day, where it went in our notebook, and if there was any homework, as well as notes. Literally everything that we do is in the daily slides. So that is our hub of where you would find everything that we do in class. If your student has to quarantine or miss school for any reason, please have them check the daily slides so that they can see what we did, as well as the table of contents. The table of contents let students know what we've added to our biology notebook. So it will include the date, the name of the activity, and the page that it should be included on in their biology notebook so the students can stay organized if they're out and as they're preparing for a notebook check. Aries, of course, is where you will check your students' grades. So that's where I input graded assignments so you can view their current letter grade And that's also where you can view their attendance if they have any tardies, absences. All of that can be found in Aries. So I'm sure you're watching this video because you want to know how to help your student in biology. So the biggest thing is just to encourage your students to ask for help and communicate on their own. That's a big skill that's going to help them throughout their time at Oceanside High. So encouraging them to check their email frequently, send professional emails to their teachers, and attend tutoring. So tutoring is where students can get help from me. They can retake assignments, make up missed work. If they had to be absent and they need help getting caught up, tutoring is the time to do that. I provide tutoring at lunch, as well as Tuesdays and Thursdays after school or by appointment. So if those times don't work for you, have your student schedule a time for me so that we can make that tutoring happen. Also, you can help by checking Google Classroom and Aries frequently, and as well as your email. Email is the number one way that I'll try to communicate with parents. So checking that regularly, encouraging your student to do the same. And then just asking students what we're learning about in biology, talk with them about current events in science, so that makes their learning a little bit more relevant outside of the classroom as well. So thank you so much for your time and commitment to supporting your student through all the challenges of this year. And please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any other questions or concerns. By far and away, the best way to reach me is through email, and it's linked directly in Aries. So thank you so much.